Alright, we're going to be discussing the government guidance in society about healthy eating, lifestyle and exercise.
So guys, tell me your opinion on fast food advertisements on television.
Well, in my opinion, it's sort of bad because when they advertise with a figure that's used to engage children, which children are very easily hooked by looking at a certain character, it will influence them to go there more because it looks fun. So, but they don't realise what overeating in the fast food restaurants will do. Like would lead to obesity. And
but then again, it's not like a child at the age of 5 years old is going to go outside his house.
That's true.
It's down to his parents.
That's true, but sometimes you see like 5-year-olds and stuff like that. When they're out, they'll keep pestering their parents about going to these fast food chains.
Or even that,
because of the fictional character.
This isn't just 5-year-olds as well.
But then it's down to parenting skills, isn't it? And for being strict in that.
Yeah.
And having guidelines that for the kids to meet.
Yeah, that's true, but
some parents are easily led.
Some children walk home and they get their lunch money. They save their lunch money until after.
I mean, there's already a ban for fast food advertisements during cartoon programs. So, yeah.
That is true, but
I've noticed that some of these fast food chains also bring out catchy slogans that will entice kids and parents to think, "Oh, that's good. Let's go there." Plus it's easy, it's cheap, and it's a quick meal. If you're going on a family outing, you come home and you can't really be bothered to cook. It's quick just to go in there and go, "I'll have a burger," or "I'll have a."
So, do you think it's a good thing that's advertised, or do you think it should be banned?
Right, I don't think it should be banned, and I wouldn't say it's good. I'd say it's they should cut down or only put the advert at a set time rather than all the time at a set time on the TV.
And have it in reasonable dosage, you mean?
Yeah,
like,
in moderation.
After each program, have it like
exactly
once in the morning.
Yeah, in moderation. What else? Going back to lifestyle. What do you think about like the smoking ban and like the rising costs on alcohol?
Well, smoking ban. That was perfect for me. That's exactly what's needed. You can't smoke in the public place. You're talking about the public.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's needed to be done, because if you've got a load of non-smokers and you've got one smoker in a crowded room and he's smoking, everybody else is passive smoking, and it's bad for you.
I agree with... Sorry, Ethan, can I carry on?
And as we know already, that passive smoking is just as harmful as smoking a cigarette.
Exactly.
So by them doing this ban, it is in fact saving a lot of lives.
And for example, when you're in a cafe and they've got designated smoking areas in the cafe, there's not really a glass partition or any partitions between them. So even though they're smoking, the smoke will go throughout the whole cafe, and it doesn't really make it a pleasant environment when you're eating your dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's also good. What is also good about the smoking ban? So now people only inhale smoke that if they choose to.
Exactly.
Before, some people didn't have an option to inhale smoke or not to inhale it. So I personally think that it's a good ban.
Yeah, no, I agree with that ban. Actually, it makes it a better place.
Yeah.
For the general public. You can go into a cafe and have a decent meal without having choking on someone else's cigarette smoke.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's experienced that moment when someone's blown smoke into your face.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's not pleasant. It's
very frustrating.
There's been no complaints about it so far.
Moving on to the alcohol. I'm in favour of this rise in the alcohol costs because it stops, say, people if they don't have a lot of money and they're not as well off as some people, it stops them from taking the easy way out and just going and buying themselves like a £2 bottle of cider.
Exactly.
And getting drunk.
Getting it down, exactly. Good.
But in the pubs, I admit that it sometimes can be a bit extortionate when you go in there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that the rise in the costs is pretty reasonable.
But didn't they put the price up to try and prevent as many people as buying it, and to prevent teenage people buying it?
Yeah.
Because if the price is higher, it's harder for teenagers to afford it.
Yeah, that's true.
They've also the police have brought out a couple of big measures, actually. When they catch binge drinking, they'll ask you to pour it away, or they'll fine you quite a heavy amount of money. Because when you walk into a park, you see them signs on the lamppost that says "drinking control area," where it means the police will actually walk around there and actually look for alcohol drinkers.
And also, what I do like a lot is that they've put a ban on drinking on public transport.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
In the past, it was very annoying when you're coming home from work or college
late
or
at night,
late at night, and there's a bunch of drunks at the back
causing havoc.
For some people, it's quite intimidating because they might be drunk and you don't know what they're going to do.
It's not even just that. I mean, like we pay quite a lot of money to travel on public transport, and like you don't want to pay for a service that's pants.
That's true.
Moving on to exercise. Personally, I don't think there's a lot of advertising and prompts to exercise.
Yeah.
However, sometimes exercise can be not really exercise, is it? It's just under eating. For example, some young teenage girls, see a model that's been airbrushed on the computer.
Yeah.
And like a model that's anorexic, they'll strive to be like that model.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then not only will it make them look not very nice, it'll also make them really unhealthy and prone to disease.
Yeah.
I think
they get the models to advertise exercising products, the perfect looking models, to get them to advertise the exercising products, and then that will make people think, oh, I have to exercise because that model there, who is my model, is doing exercise, and that's how they got how they are, and it will lead to over-exercising and probably lead to anorexia or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think personally it's good, and it's very important that the government implies exercise to kids in education from a very young age, because this will encourage the kids from a young age to live a healthy lifestyle, and that will then have a ripple effect on them like when older, because if they've been brought up to be healthy and exercise, there's a less chance of them drinking alcohol and smoking.
That is true.
I don't actually personally agree with these. When you've got these really muscly women and men coming on the thing advertising gym equipment that you can take home, and saying that it helps within a week, because it may make a difference in your fitness, but if you've got this product at home and you don't know how to use it and you don't know how to moderate it as in a fitness program for yourself, it's not going to do any problem. You're just going to be doing it and then complaining that you're not seeing any difference. What they should do is either provide a set instructions for you that will help you in using this product, not just to say, oh yeah, you'll get washboard abs within 2 weeks.
That's true.
Because that's virtually impossible.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, yeah.
And having said that, because they say it's in a short amount of time, people work harder, thinking that it's gonna, then they overwork themselves and hurt themselves.
And they could, in the future, they could have injuries such as if they do something like that, they could have repetitive strain injuries.
Yeah.
They could severely have muscle damage, ligament damage.
Yeah.
So do you think that exercise and eating healthy and that is like too much pressure is being put on the general public to be that perfect shape?
I don't think the government realise it, but that's a strong point.
Yeah, I don't think the government
'Cause they think
realise
that
how
they-
strong they're being.
Yeah.
I mean, in the one fact, it's good because it keeps like people healthy and eating. But another fact is there are a lot of young teenagers, that are not eating correctly
Yeah.
to keep their body in a healthy state to get the body of someone of their idol.
What they'll
Exactly.
do is they'll do the exercise and go to the gym like that they've said on the TV and
No, so
try and get the
it's-
washboard abs, but they'll walk into a fast food joint and order like the biggest meal they can.
No, yeah, but what? Yeah, that's a good point. But what I was trying to say is like kids will, especially females, young females, will not eat throughout a whole day to get that body that's been advertised.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if they think that they're not slim
Yeah,
enough.
I mean, there's positives about it and there's negatives about it.
Yeah.
But I do think the positives outweigh the negatives.
Definitely, no, because you can't take away exercise from.
No, because if you take away exercise, then everyone's going to be walking around massive.
Yeah.
So,
So, how do you guys feel about in primary schools predominantly the healthy lunches?
to be perfectly honest, I think that's good actually, because not only will it promote healthy eating, like to teachers and kids, what they'll do, they'll automatically think that, oh wait a minute, this is working, or not as working, this is nice, and then they'll go home to their parents and say, Mum, I really like this, and then it'll be like a chain reaction. The kids will go home and say, Mum, I like this, and then the mum and the family will eat healthy as well.
Yeah.
So it is a benefit, and
That's true.
to be perfectly honest, a piece of grilled chicken with a nice tomato sauce on it is better. Yeah.
I mean, you're correct. I mean, in this new scheme, you can't really go wrong, really.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean-
really, because the children don't really know what's healthy and what's
Yeah,
not.
I mean-
if you introduce the vegetables early,
From a young age, they're
then
going to be used to it.
they're going to be used to it. They won't know.
And then that relates to doing exercise in classes from a young age. Combine them two,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
the young people of the country are going to be
reasonably
healthy in a fit state.
Can I just go back to the exercise point a second? Because I've just come up with another point. I don't agree with this, the games consoles
Yeah.
that help with fitness and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't agree with them
Why
being
not?
put into. I don't agree with them being put into schools and primary schools,
Why not?
because they may promote exercise and they may help fitness, but that's all the children are going to want to do.
But
In
it-
PE, they're not
but-
going to want to. In my point of
In
view,
schools?
I'd prefer them to
To run
hire PE teachers and actually run and get into sport
Correct.
rather than play
Good point.
That is a
rather than
good
play a
point,
games
yeah.
console.
However, you have to remember, the government are trying to think of ways to keep everyone fit and in a healthy state.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, not everyone enjoys running about, and
Yeah.
not everyone is of a sporty background.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, yeah.
so what the government's done here, they've tried to adapt to get people who are not into sport to become healthy, but not putting them in
a sporting
environment where
Completely.
where they're not going to feel comfortable and not going to
That's true.
excel.
Good point.
But not only not only does the games consoles, I don't agree with it. It's also going to cost the school a lot of money, because each games console is over £150, £60. Because not only have you got to buy all the equipment, you've got to buy the games for it. You've got to provide a safe environment. You've got to provide a TV for it.
That's true.
You've-
Space as well.
You've got to provide space in the classroom.
That's true.
But then the school's got to think about: do you want to care about how much space you got, or the future of our country?
True,
That's
true.
true, but
the
don't
money
other
the
ways
money
was
that's spent
mentioned.
on that games console, right? What would you rather do? Keep them in a warm, hot environment in the classroom all day, or let them go out in the playground
But
and
now
have
you're
a...
exaggerating.
To
Because
be
they go out in the
honest,
playground anyway and have their games, but all the government's trying to do here is trying to help kids that generally do not like sport and keeping them fit.
that is a strong point. But you both have a point. Because you have to get children who don't like doing sport.
You have to keep them
try and-
occupied as well.
Yeah, keep them active. But that would cost a lot of money. But do you think the other ways which you've mentioned before, the games consoles in primary schools, would cover the active side anyway?
The money
Yeah,
spent
but
on...
then the kids that don't enjoy it, they're just going to, during the activity, that they're not going to work hard, and that could have an effect on the whole class.
Primary
But do you
school,
think the
primary
games
school-
consoles will help significantly enough?
primary school kids are generally...
dramatically,
Primary
no.
school children primary school children are generally active anyway, because when they go out for break time and playtime, 90% of the time they're running around...
That is a strong point. to be fair.
running around in the
I mean-
playground screaming and running around outside in
I
the
mean-
park.
Especially if their friends are doing it.
If their friends are doing it, like
Easily
they
influenced.
play tag, or
Yeah.
boys will play kiss chase
I
or something
mean,
like that.
his personal experience,
Activities.
yeah, from personal experience, you don't start choosing the sports you like
Until
you
you
get to secondary school.
year 7, year
Year
8.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I suppose in primary school, just having
Having a 15-minute break
times
each
that
day
for them just like to run about
to let
and
off
calm down
steam.
would be
Let off
great
steam.
enough, yeah.
Because if they're running around in the playground and letting off steam, and this new healthy eating regime with the school dinners and stuff,
Yeah.
that's going to benefit them in life. Because
But
as
then-
soon as they let them out of the classroom, they're obviously running around like headless chickens
So
anyway.
do you think
Correct.
breaks should be longer?
No, sorry, that's Kieran's point. Just extend that. Yeah, it's good that they're eating well at lunchtime, but you forget there are
They've got to
two
go home for dinner and stuff.
other meals during the day.
Yeah, breakfast.
So
and,
the
Oh,
government's
that's
got to try and convince the parents
yeah.
to introduce healthy eating, because there is no point of the kid eating in the morning a cake, then like for lunch healthy, and then like for dinner, I
Yeah.
don't know, something like from fast food chain,
Yeah.
True.
because it's just a defeating object. So he's got to do, so I believe that the government's got to find a way to convince parents that healthy eating is crucial.
And
it's one-
going back to your breakfast thing, some cereals for kids have
Yeah, but having said that, that
immense
goes
amounts of honey and sugar in them. Whereas if you look, say, like some of the cereals we eat, they're high in fibre, they're high in nutrients. But going back to the kids, like when they have like it's full of chocolate. I mean, some of them are eating like there's like a biscuit, and all you're doing is putting milk and sugar over the top of it, and you're basically just eating
Yeah, but
eating sweets for
having
breakfast,
said,
basically.
wait, sorry, I'm just going to go back to Ethan's point just now
Yeah, cool.
about the government emphasising how important healthy eating is. Do you think that comes back to the point about advertising putting pressure?
Exactly. I mean,
Then again, healthy eating and exercise, there has to be an element of pressure and an element of guidance for them to do it. Otherwise, if you don't put pressure on them and you don't give them
I
an
wouldn't say
elephant...
pressure. I'd say give them the choice,
Yeah.
but try and make the choice of healthy eating more appealing and convenient. Because as soon as you put pressure on someone, they can tend that to go the other way.
Some
Alright, so you
companies
mean
now- some
advertise it in a way, sort of like
Like,
not like this is the way you
advertise
have to
it
go.
just as you'd advertise
food.
unhealthy, but try and add something that will show that
entice kids to...
this will
yeah, I agree.
help their kids. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you there.
That's true.
I have to admit, though, there is advertising for healthy eating, like such as they're making, fruits and stuff. They're making them into smoothies and using like fictional characters again. So advertising through things like yogurts in a tube.
I mean, like,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If I was a
Catchy
child and they're
little
using
designs.
animals, and they're using animals as well, and if I'm like on a TV, I saw an advert recently when they're using like a fictional character and they use a slogan, and which primary school kids is like a gruesome type thing. I can't.
Yeah.
And so they are. I have to admit, I have seen some healthy eating advertising, which is pretty cool. As a primary school kid, I'd be like, "Oh, Mum, can you get that for me?"
I mean, to round up then, do we feel that the general public is being overloaded with guidance and that for exercise and that, and is it a good thing? Just to round it up.
I wouldn't say overloaded.
I wouldn't say overloaded. I'd actually, to be perfectly honest, I'd say underloaded. I'd say not enough.
I'd agree, not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough, because every 5 minutes you hear, oh, let's go to a fast food chain,
plus people are not as motivated as they used to be, it seems.
So, in this discussion, us lot can agree on that they need to advertise more healthy.
Yep.
And that it's a
they need
thing,
to,
100%.
They need to show the importance.
It's a good thing to advertise healthy eating, because in the long run it'll benefit.
Do you know what? There was a couple of years ago, I saw like a good few adverts about like these really adverts which really like almost traumatizing.
Yeah.
Like they put like saying eating a bowl of chips, and then they have this like really fit looking model like saying this is how you would look like if you weren't eating chips. And they put like the model drinking cooking oil like that, and it's running down, and it really looks disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to conclude it's good, and we should.
It's good, and
encourage it more.
And try and encourage it more. Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. Thank you.